trying something new.
What's up, guys, and welcome to the inaugural episode of Salt Kitchen, a podcast by a collective of sneakerheads, hanging out, talking sneakers, and discussing everything in between, really. Donald Martinez, also known as Old Man Sneaks on Instagram, one of the many hosts of the podcast, and with me are my fellow sneaker buddies, and the other host of the pod. First off, we have our resident Jordan head, who happens to have a James Lipton-like interviewing skills. Daniel Lawson, also known as Sneaker News Oz on Instagram. How's it going, man?
Hey, looking forward to this new venture with this great bunch of blokes. It's going to be good. It's going to be interesting.
Cool, and we're glad to have you here as well. Next up is Mr. Unicorn, Glitters, and Rainbows, our resident bronze sexual, Steven Henderson, also known as SE Kicks 5 on Instagram.
Hey guys, how are we all? No, I'm good. Pleasure to be here. I like to give everything a little bit of love, you know. It's not just one side.
Cool. And next up is the voice of reason, meaning he's the oldest, the longest in the tooth in this group, I guess. Micah McLean, GR King 7 on Instagram. How's it going?
Also, yeah, pretty good. Also the most handsome, so get fucked all.
Definitely.
How's that? The oldest
Also,
and the most handsome, and the most modest. So
Absolutely.
oldest.
And he's also sick right now, so if you guys hear coughing through
Very
your
sick.
earphones or headphones when you're listening, that's Micah.
Yeah, that's me.
Up next is the man that takes sneaker raffle statistics to Moneyball levels and probably needs to have a trigger meter warning on this pod. Julian Pounds, also known as Kicks and Craze on Instagram.
Sup, guys? It's good to finally be part of a host of this show that I was on Donald's podcast every week, so can't wait to see what's going to come.
Cool. And the last one, the man that wins every raffle just by looking at the screen. He doubles up when he blinks. The one that never buys resale because he wins all the time. Emmanuel Guevara, also known as Kicking It With G on Instagram.
Yeah,
How's it
Donald's
going,
plug.
man?
Hey guys, how we going? Yeah,
That is
plug.
so true. Donald's plug.
Very, very excited to be part of this venture, wherever it takes us. So yeah, it's going to be an awesome journey already. So yeah, it's going to be extra awesome. Thanks.
Cool. Maybe just to describe the pod a little bit. This podcast started with the Old Man Sneaks podcast. The guys are on the show regularly, and I think it's just fair to just run a whole podcast show with them because it's much in terms of ownership, it's much of their podcast than mine. So yeah, we've decided to just start Soul Kitchen, and then maybe do this regularly. We won't be all available every single week, but at least we can keep it running, so that we can keep producing content for you guys, for our listeners. Cool. And with that said, let's start with I guess the tradition of the podcast, which is the shoe of the week. Basically, this is the segment that we discuss one shoe that we either picked up or we reward this week. Previously, we were doing with LPUs, but this group has been ridiculous in terms of LPUs, so we've decided to keep it down a little bit because we don't want the whole podcast to be just about LPUs. So let's start off with Micah. What's your shoe of the week?
My shoe of the week is the reverse duck camo. I was a very big fan of the original duck camos. Was a grail that I'll never ever get. And in my opinion, the original's better than these, but these are a pretty dope substitute. And yeah, been kicking around with these all week, and just yeah, really nice one. Really like the 90s and love the duck camo. I just think it's a really sick
They're
combo
really,
with the infrared. So yeah,
yeah, they're really nice, man. I've got the orange camo ones still yet to throw on foot, but they are really nice.
yeah, yep,
Nice.
yeah. Well,
When were they released?
About what, a year and a
this
half
one
ago?
or the originals? Yeah, these ones.
The
Yeah, about
originals.
the originals.
Oh,
I would
like
say somewhere
10.
around 2010. Yeah, 2010, 2009, something off the
11,
top
I
of my
think.
head. It's
Yeah,
something like
around
that.
that time. It's been at least a decade.
Something like that,
Yeah. Sorry, mate. You know, I'm an old guy. Fucking hell. Great.
That's all we
so-
said.
But yeah, the original is basically like the paneling was different. Like the infrared hits were in different spots, a little bit more subtle.
And the toe
Not
was
as
black.
much infrared. They had it on the mid toe was black. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were really sick.
Yeah.
And that one was actually done by Atmos. This one is not an Atmos.
Yeah, it's inspired by, huh?
So yeah, inspired by
Nice.
yeah.
Cool. Next up, Daniel. What's your shoe of the week?
So my shoe of the week is an LPU, and it is a mid. And I am a bit of a bloke that just does not like mids. I'm an OG head, so it's not biased. But I could not pass this one up. It's the Maison Chateau Rouge mid. Got this for an absolute steal off a mate that I went back home and visited on the weekend. He had them sitting there. He said he couldn't find a fit that he would go with it, so they will fit right in the cabinet behind me there somewhere. So that's my my shoe of the week and my LPU. And the materials on these are just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
They're
Like,
definitely.
so good.
Yeah, man.
I think there are definitely some mids that get a pass, even as a like an OG kind of guy, you know, and that's definitely one of them, in my opinion.
Did they get made bigger sizes, or was it the women's extended size?
So this is a
No,
10 and
I
a
think
half.
they were
part
big
of the-
size.
It's part of the
This is
Fearless
a
pack,
full
right?
size.
Yeah, it was part of the Fearless pack. Yeah.
Nice. How does the material compare with the recent release, the Chateau Rouge 2?
Similar in the tongue, very similar in the tongue. Obviously, you got that orange, that red baseball-like stitching across the top of the tongue and the exposed tongue. But around the back of the heel, I'm not sure if it's what kind of leather they've used, but it hits so different. It's so soft, but it's not that buttery leather soft. It's like you're putting your finger into a chocolate mud cake. It's amazing. Like it's so different. And the leather they've used on the swoosh itself as well. Like, yeah, you've actually got to have it in your hand just to appreciate every element, because every panel, there is a lot going on in these, but every panel is a different kind of leather or material, or you know, they've used a lot of different stuff on this shoe and put a lot of work into it. So that's my shoe of the week.
Yeah, and all the patterns on it is all like embossed. That represent a lot of the African culture from the owner that's the owner of the shop in Paris. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, they're nice. And I think these
Can
are.
I ask one question too? Oh, lost you for a sec. I was gonna ask.
It's lagging.
Yeah, is it Daniel that's lagging or me?
I think it's Daniel.
I think
Daniel's gone.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Go for it, dude. Go for it. Shoot.
I was going to
Shoot your
ask
question.
him why he's put. Oh, there you go. I was going to say, I was just going to ask why you're sticking your fingers into Mudcake.
We'll just
At least-
we'll
There's no
just tell
apple
your
pie.
mother we ate it. We'll just tell your mother we ate it.
Actually, pulls out a pie.
Just comparing with apple pie.
He just wanted the
Basically.
Soul Kitchen puns. I think he's I got it. The shoe's like a cake.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
All right.
All right. Next one is Steven. What's the shoe of the week?
All right, my is my latest pickup. It was the last through the door, and it's been one of the last on my feet. The 2002 are up there.
Nice.
Dirty soles. Been wearing it. They're like a cloud, eh? They're so nice on foot. The 2002 are. I didn't know how the green and the purple would hit, but in hand these just hit so much harder than photos. And it's such nice materials, such soft suedes, and even the mesh is just it's just a soft light shoe that's so nice to wear. But all the little details on these. Couple of things I would have changed. I'm not the biggest fan of the 2002 on the toe box. It would have been nice to see that embossed or something like that, even though it comes back from older pairs. But no. So that's my latest pickup and my latest on foot.
Which laces did you go with?
Nice.
Cool.
I've got the white and the green.
Oh,
Nice.
I couldn't quite wear the lace protectors. I
Shroud?
wasn't. Yeah, the shrouds.
Yeah.
So I've just used the little toggle to tie the ends. But
The lazy condom.
yeah,
The instruction card just like
you gotta
so.
the little instruction card. You gotta
don't pull on the
don't
laces.
pull the laces.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to work that out.
Yeah, just pull the tips.
just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Oh man, this discussion makes me want to go get some Mudcake.
Yeah, it's a bit like when you pull your finger out of a mud cake if you feel
Just the tip, huh?
yeah. But no, they're
Whee!
beautiful sneaker in hand.
Yeah.
Something different.
Cool. Next is JP. What's the shoe of the
Okay,
week?
I'm going to be a little bit cheeky. They're both out of the same pack. So Nike released it this year. Believe the 420 pack. I'm just going to put both because I got both these. So I got the blue raspberries. So the SBs with the blue raspberry on the back of the tongue and the pineapples. To the truth, I actually prefer the colorway on the pineapples. Just wish that I don't know, there's canvas material all around here in the side panels. I kind of wish they were like leather, but I can see where they're going with it because it has like a texture going through it. So it's kind of like to represent the flesh of a pineapple. But yeah, they're really good quality, both of them. Usually I'm a size 14 with dunk highs, but I actually fit into these. Maybe the materials make it a bit better, but yeah, really the two favorite out of the pack. And I might have to go and get the apple one soon.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of the cherry.
I think that's my. Yeah, I think the apple one is my favorite of that pack.
Yeah,
If I can get that, I would.
I think I need to get it.
Green sneakers this
Pineapples
year.
are sitting currently as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
that's me.
And G, what's the shoe of the week?
For me, it's a 2002 R as well, but it's the Refined Future Protection Pack. So that released in May, but I lucked out. I didn't get a pair, and I've just been checking out like Novell Ship and what else was there, and Ox Street.
Traitor.
But obviously just like putting in low bids, right? Low ball bids to see who bites, kind of thing. But yeah, managed to pick these up for $180, including shipping. So I couldn't say no. And these are from the Vietnam factory.
So no factory floors.
Yeah, got the approval from Donald with these ones. So like, yeah, no, I've been wearing this for past like 2-3 days now. Like it's a beautiful shoe. Yeah, ultimate dad shoe, I reckon. But yeah, really, really nice. So I was really happy to get that. Yeah, so that'll be my shoe of the week.
Can't go wrong with the Japan colorway as well.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
blue and gray combination is just
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
insane.
so good.
Yeah, cool. And for me, it would be the 991 40th anniversary release. It's basically a GR. I think this is sitting on some site, but I've always wanted to get another 991. I think this is my favorite New Balance silhouette currently. Um, so yeah, I mean, there's another one that looks exactly like this, which is a collaboration with Dover Street Market, and right now they go over $1,000, which is ridiculous, and you can still get this for retail, and they're exactly the same, other than the other one has a DSM at the back. So yeah, I think people are sleeping on this, but cool. All right. So with that out of the way, I think why don't we do a little bit of a review, because I think four of us here has picked up Hendo's latest or shoe of the week, which is the New Balance UpThere collaboration, which is good because it's kind of representing Australia as well. Like, I think we're all proud of that. Like having an Australian store, having a major collaboration with a major brand on a major silhouette at that. So yeah, what is everyone's opinion on it? I know Hendo touched on it a little bit at the beginning, but Steven, what else can you say about the UpThere Backyard Legends New Balance 2002R?
I think it is that Australian theme that's been pretty predominant this year. Like we've got the GT2 at the up there, the Sneaker Frigga collab GT3, the GL3s, and what's the Hal Studios have the 1130s. It's just so good to see Australia's sneaker community being noticed worldwide, and like to have that, and then to know that people all over the world want that. It's a representation of what we all are. I think that's why I wanted it. Just it's a bit more personal in the collection, isn't it? Like to have a sneaker that represents our community. But, I love the backyard legend campaign that they ran with
I
it.
was about to say that it wasn't just the shoes;
Like,
it was the whole overall
the whole
campaign,
campaign.
and just the way they did it. Sad that we weren't in Melbourne for the drop, but yeah, just in
Need to
store, I've
move.
seen pictures, and it was just amazing, just the way they did it. And yeah, I was glad that we could get on first thing and pick up a pair of probably the only 13s.
Yeah. I had to not go out at work and just sit in the office, just on my phone. But, luckily, because a lot of people missed out.
Yeah, I think they felt that it was going to sit like the Asics.
Yeah, they sold out fairly quick.
The size 13s were out within 5 minutes. So,
Because didn't they even collaborated with a local brewery as well to create like a microbrew for the release, right? And they do stuff like that for majority of their releases, which is amazing. I think
good.
The way that they market it is so good.
It's a lot of effort for a small company, really, isn't it? Like, and then it's getting a lot like Welty on Complex. He loves his MBs and was loving these.
Yeah,
and the other GT2 up there still. So good to see him on that level of sneaker community, I guess. Yeah.
And I think I read somewhere that they're bringing out, or they're looking into getting another silhouette of the New Balance. So it'd be cool if they get one of the 990.
Really?
Or 99X range. So they haven't said which one, but they said they are in talks of going more of a heritage model. So it'll be cool that they've done such a good job now, and if they get maybe 991, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I'd be excited. Like, well, any of the 99X series really would be massive for UpThere if they get one.
Yeah, 100%.
That would be really cool. Yeah, because looking at the design of 2002R, it's obviously there's a lot of 990 V3 inspiration.
Yep.
You can see on the tongue, which is
Yeah.
That's a play on the 990 V3 tongue, which has the made in USA, and that waffle like pattern on it on a 990 V3, and then the play on the letters, making it AUS instead of USA. That's really good. The heel is also a 990 V3 inspiration.
Yeah.
Looking at it more and more, it seems to be like UpThere wants a 990
Yeah.
than a 2000 than a 2002R. But
Yeah.
I mean, they did a really good job. They did a really good job on it, because especially the mesh. Because I only see this type of mesh implementation on the Salehi Bembry
Yeah.
collaborations. So
Like you touch on the mesh,
yeah.
you wouldn't even think you would notice it so much, but that was one of the first things when I put this on foot.
Yeah.
Was how comfortable that mesh was.
Yeah, so soft,
Like
huh?
for like it
Yeah.
yeah, they've done such an awesome job, and it's just a comfortable sneaker.
And the shoe liner, like it's a super soft, it kind
Yeah.
of nearly to the point of it's like a felt sort of material, like a pool table sort of feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
inside,
it's
yeah,
super
Yeah,
soft.
that's what it feels like. Yeah. Micah, Daniel, what do you guys think about UpThere? I know you guys are not into New Balance as much as some of the guys are, but how do you feel about getting all these collaborations in well, with Australian stores?
I mean, I think that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see more of it. I'd love for us to be able to do, a bunch of different silhouettes on a bunch of different shoes. It'd be exceptional. So I think it's a great start. And just to see it so well received, worldwide was excellent. So I'm all for it.
I think that's it. You hit the nail on the head there. Like, who cares what brand of sneaker it is? Just that it's an Oz
Yeah,
collab that we can all get
Yeah,
behind
that's
it
right.
and show our appreciation for our culture as well.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah,
and
because
go on.
that's also like the brands appreciating like our culture, or at least the Australian
Yeah.
sneaker culture, because they wouldn't risk collaborations like that with local stores unless they think there's a market for
Yeah.
it. So I think that's a good indication that
Yeah.
we have a sort of like healthy culture.
I think
that
one of
they're
the
willing to do that
just
with
to add to
Australian
that, I
stores.
think one of the coolest features of the shoe is the fact that they've got the AUS on the tongue, right? And when I
Yeah.
was reading the
Yeah.
articles or whatever, like an interview, the guys from UpThere were saying that we wanted to put something into the first sample, and we wanted to make it like very Australian, Aussie, so on and so forth. And they were really scared that New Balance might take the AUS away. So it was a play on made in AUS instead of
Yeah.
the made in USA, right? Made in England kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or UK, sorry. And as I was reading the article, it just kept saying like every sample that came back, they left the AUS on there.
It's
Until
probably
the
just lucky they
final-
had the letters.
Hey?
It's probably just lucky they
Yeah.
had the
Yeah, exactly.
USA letters. So yeah.
Just gotta move it around.
Or
Move it
some
around a bit.
or someone made that typographic error already, and they had
Yeah.
yeah. We've actually got a whole run of them. We just-
Someone lost their job
Just
after the
AUS.
release.
Finally we have a
But
use
yeah.
for it.
But I thought that was cool, right? I thought that detail was cool. The fact that New Balance, like a huge sports apparel shoe store like that, we're just like, you know what? No, it's an Australian collab. Let's leave the AUS on there. So I thought that was awesome.
And apparently they got the shoe in hand like the first one, and it was a surprise. They're like, because on all the samples it wasn't there, and all of a sudden like the shoe they got in
Yeah.
hand, they opened up the box and it was just
Out of
like this
there.
crazy, like
yeah,
yeah, so good.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Does this sneaker to anybody else? Like when I hold it in hand, I just think 90s cricket. Like one day is
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
all. I just
Yeah, one day,
You've got- yeah,
absolutely.
VB, mate.
Yeah,
yeah, that's all I think about in hand is like
Is it the same green? I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's just got that
Ian
vibe.
Healy
Like I
at the
just want
stumps.
I just
Yeah,
want to wear it to the
like-
cricket this summer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm Filipino, so to me it's a pool table.
Actually, is it that felt from that there's a test match, the game that we used to play with the little
Yes.
the
the
commercials,
yes.
and it used to be like
Yes,
this.
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Was it, and you had the little thing and it never went straight. But you still played it for like 18
Yeah.
hours.
Oh yeah, it was the best.
No, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, it's good. Hopefully, we see more of Australian store collaboration
Oh,
along the way.
just lost.
Hendo's
Ups go
drunk.
from Hendo.
I'm back. Yeah.
And,
Well, there
and-
hasn't really been any
Mike-
other Australian. Hasn't really been any other Australian shoe releases with big companies. Like you had the Presto Australias that come out.
Yeah.
I think they were for the Sydney Olympic Games or something along
Yeah.
those lines. But that's basically about it. Like, there hasn't been anything else that's.
Not to the
There's
public,
always
yeah,
been a-
public
a-
Like
release.
in the colorways, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
but
the
recently, it
that-
seems like there's there's a lot
Sorry.
that came out, like what Steven is saying. Like we had that HAL A6, we have the GT2 up there, Sneaker Freaker. So I think it's good. I think it's good. Hopefully, they
It's
make us more.
starting
There's
to
also
really
been
roll.
some skate shops. So obviously Passport Store,
Yeah.
and
Passport.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were the first, maybe, like to start this sort of kind of trend of like Aussie stores, but I don't think any other sort of store has had a collaboration.
And Passport was a major one.
Yeah,
That's an SB.
that's right, with Nike. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. You reckon one of the stores will get the major Jordan silhouette, like a 1 or a 3
Jordan 3 or something. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
or a 4?
4. They might get like a 15 or a 19.
I reckon it'll be in the 30s.
Yeah.
In the 30s.
No, it'd be in the 20s. Just one that nobody wants, like a 28
It'll
high.
be-
You know, they're like
Or-
with a zipper up
Or
the
a
front.
Fusion.
Or the D Wade one with that circle window.
Actually,
on the 2010 one.
more than-
with the D Wade.
More than a Jordan, I'd much prefer to see like an Air Max 1. That'd be way sick.
Yeah, I think that would be
Yeah.
cool.
A 1 or a
Am
90.
I lagging?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah.
I
A
want
1
to
or a
see Air
9.
Force One J4.
Hey, they were
I
nice.
think I'm
Yeah.
lagging.
I think you are.
Yep.
I think I'm lagging.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he's frozen. Oh, there we go. It's back.
He's back. He's back.
There we go.
Yeah, cool.
Is it fixed now?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was lagging.
You had to use a capital
yeah,
for the
I think
Wi-Fi password.
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's connecting to the wrong neighbor. So
Yeah. Next door's on the
that other neighbor was downloading. Slowing down. Had to switch.
You just,
Don't have bandwidth.
you just look through the window and you can see on the
Mum was on the phone.
Donald, you just look through the window and you can see on the screen just a guy putting fingers into a mud pie.
I should make a poster of that so that we can use that. So kitchen with a finger on there.
That
Making
could
a
be
pie.
that could be the
Mud pie.
thumbnail for this episode.
Is it like that?
That's a good.
What's better than a new pair of sneakers? Sticking your finger in a mud pie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want a T-shirt.
Gonna have to go to Woolies tomorrow and have this shoe.
It's gotta be a Woolies mud pie, mate.
Has to be.
Has to be.
Cool. All right. So I think with the review, the mini review that we have out of the way, I guess. Today's topic, we're gonna try and keep it light because this is our first episode. I mean, hopefully in the future episodes we can get guests on so that we can have different talking points depending on their perspective or whatever's trending at that time. But for now, I guess since this is our first episode, and I know a lot of us have talked about this topic, I guess, in different podcasts, different platform or different occasion, but what is that one, maybe not one, but maybe the sneakers that you would consider that made you the sneakerhead that you are right now? I mean, you could start off with the first one, and then along the way, which ones like really have an effect on you as the sneakerhead that you are right now. So yeah, I mean, let's maybe start with Daniel.
Uh, wow. So probably in the late 90s, early 2000s, having a little casual / part-time job is when I started buying sneakers as I'll say a young fella because I was young back then, but started buying sneakers for myself, and I started, branching out into your Pumas and your Nike and all that sort of stuff. And um, buying the kamikazes to play basketball in, they were a big hit for me. But it wasn't really until 2008 when I brought the Ferris Bueller Day Off Dunk Highs, and still have them today. They were a shoe that just basically got the ball rolling tenfold for me and turned me from just a little bit of a collector into an avid sneakerhead. So yeah, I blame all my spendings on those one pair of shoes.
Cool. Steven?
Mine was where I first started enjoying sneakers, not so much putting them on foot, was like 95, 96 era of basketball sneakers. Kamikazes, Grant Hill 2s, Jordan 11s, more up tempos, and maybe like the Zoom 96, 97s. Take those 4 or 5 pairs of shoes for me, and that's where it all started. Never been able to afford them. I went away from sneakers. I skateboarded a lot during the early 2000s, and you were turning over shoes every 4 months because you absolutely smashed them. And a lot of the company's inspiration came from like Jordans, and you look at Eric Costin before he went to Nike SB, and he was on S's, and inspiration came from like Jordan 12s and just so many nice sneakers. They're always big and bulky, and a load of Chad Muskers, who I'd say a lot of his inspiration came from the look of like Jordan 3s, Jordan 4s. But 2013, I got back into it, and I got a pair of KD 6s. I remember walking in store and seeing the KD 6s and just fell in love with it all again. And it's just history from then. And then you just want a bit of everything. Like, interested in so many sneakers, but it'll always be those classic basketball silhouettes from the mid-90s for me that always want to jump back into my cart every time I see one online. So,
did you ever have a pair of the Ewings?
No, I never had a pair of the Ewings. I've seen them numerous times, never bought them. I was always lucky enough to be put in a pair of like LA Gear and whatever the Kmart knockoff was. So
yeah. And stuff like that.
If it was in
Links
yes, if it was in Kmart, it was on my feet.
Can't afford Pumas, so we'll get your links. It's another cat. Doesn't mean anything.
I was the younger child, so my brother always had the good stuff. He always had the Jordans and the flights, and yeah. So you always, growing up watching others wear those sneakers, like you always just wanted to have them on. But yeah, that's where I am, and I love my kamikaze. So
yeah, great.
They need to bring out more ones, if they're even going to call them that anymore.
I was about to say, are you allowed to call it a kamikaze anymore?
Harry Watchies or something, some rubbish. I don't even want to say it.
Cool. What about you, JP?
So, being as probably like some of you, I'm an 80s baby. So when my best friend in primary school got Reebok pumps, it got me right into it. Unfortunately, I didn't get any at the time, but I just remember him having them, and I just really envied him. Then fast forward to early 2000s, when a friend in the office, he kept on saying, "Oh, go down to Hype. They've got some good Air Force Ones, and go down to Adidas and get some Star Wars shoes." And always went up, and they didn't have my size. So annoying. But eventually, I was able to get some, and Air Force Ones was the thing I loved. Back in I think 2007, 2008. And then it was just so hard again to get size 13. So I decided to have a bit of a break. Fast forward to 2017, started working for Nike. Was able to see all the size 13 shoes available. So started getting back into running shoes. And then Jordans again. So started getting Jordan 1s and never looked back. So as you can see behind me, I've got a bit of a collection of them. Got a bit overboard. But as we all do, the nostalgia, I still don't have those pumps. Missed out when they re-released recently. But I think I might have to get some soon.
Yeah, pumps are good, man. Like, I've got a pair of the Halloween pumps from 2012, and they hold up so well. They're such a good shoe, the old pump.
Yeah, definitely need some OGs.
Cool. What about you, G?
Oh, well, I grew up loving Reebok, not by choice, hey. So when my family migrated to Australia in the late 80s, my uncle, who was here for a number of years, worked for Reebok. And, you know, we were getting hand-me-downs from him, as I've said to a number of people. And he would, like, just give us some pairs. Like, you know, I remember rocking Club C's, some classic leathers, but I never knew what they were, right? Like, I had no idea what they were at the time. I just thought, you know, I'm pretty sure this is what we're wearing because we can't afford Nikes or Jordans and stuff. And that was status for us, right? So as kids, we see kids other kids wearing Nikes and Jordans. It's kind of like, man, that's a rich family for sure, kind of thing. But I guess, you know, watching my cousins play basketball and seeing black metallic 5s on one of them, and that kind of just like started it. Hey, I saw that, I was like, man, I want a pair of Nike basketball shoes. And it wasn't until, you know, fast forward to 95, the penny ones, the Orlandos came out, and yeah, like, and I was very lucky to be able to go into a Foot Locker and cop those with the money that I had. Thanks, Dad, for giving me the $30 to be able to buy it. And you know, I wore those until the grip was smooth, the air bubble popped, and just kept wearing them. So, you know, I was just really chuffed when they re-released it. I missed the first re-release, and then when they re-released it this year, especially with the 3 colorways that they're planning to have. So I was able to get the Orlando, the original, plus the home, which is the all white one. And I really want those All Stars. That was 95 was the pinnacle of just basketball for me.
Yeah.
And all the shoes were just crazy, man. Like the Kamikaze, your Shaq Noses, right?
If they just re-released
like,
95, 96.
Yeah, it would be crazy. And like, you know, just recently they also released like Kobe's first Adidas shoes, man. Like, I love all that stuff, and I was able to pick up the D Browns, the Omni
Pump.
shoes, the pumps.
So
Yeah,
good.
so man, every time I see those types of basketball shoes, like right. 95, 96. I just thought all the shoes that were on court at that time was just like, man, it's so nice. But I never really started the collection until 2013. Like after, you know, traveling, and, you know, focusing on career and all that sorts of stuff, getting married, buying a house, starting family, and then it was just like walking into a Foot Locker store. Yeah. And what came out that weekend, I didn't even know it came out, was the Tuxedo 11 Lows in the white patent leather,
nice.
and the beautiful shoe. And I remember asking the guy, if you've got this in a size 10, like, if it's the model, like if it's the model, the display, I don't care. Like, I'll just buy it. And luckily, like, apparently no one came in. Like, I was one of the first ones that asked for it. So I was like, sick. So I walked out, and yeah, and then that started it all. And now it's just lots.
Now it's a problem.
Now you haven't lost a raffle since 15. Your back room is just like it's the abyss behind you, is it? Like all of us, we just stop at a wall.
Yeah.
Yours just
I
keeps
Yeah, it's
swear
just
going.
it.
like
Yeah, I
keeps going
swear it
back.
just keeps on like growing from one side. Like last time
Yeah,
I
it
only
keeps
saw like
growing
one
on
row.
one
Now I
side.
can
It
see
just
like a
keeps
double
going.
up now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's going. It's going. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
going
that's
this
right.
way.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's I've got to really slow down. That's what I kind of tell myself, but don't believe it. So yeah.
Luckily, Donald can just buy them off you.
It's a very long hallway of sneakers.
Yeah. Luckily, I know
Yep.
somebody who's
Pretty
got
much.
a 9.5, 10. So yeah, we're good.
The one thing that I've
Cool.
noticed is a growing trend with the majority of us too is that we all came from not an extremely wealthy background. So we grew our appreciation for sneakers when we had that
Yes.
disposable income of ourselves
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
appreciated the stuff that we brought ourselves.
yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons
Yeah.
why we appreciate the shoe for more than what it is. Because like it kind of as you some of you guys are saying, like the nostalgic factor of it is amazing, right? It just takes you back. But the fact that a shoe can kind of like reignite a memory, man, that's awesome.
good.
Like
Yeah.
so I guess we've all been through that instance of not having a lot, but now that we can, we're kind of just like, you know what, let's just do it. Like let's just start something that we wish we could have started earlier.
And we're buying shoes that we love, not what other people love. So
Oh man,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the beauty of it, right?
We're all
buying
just
what we
catching
like,
up
we wear
now
what
as
we
well.
like. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah, so good.
that's number one, I reckon, is just loving your own sneakers. Because if you don't, and you've got 10
Yeah.
pairs behind you that you'll never put on foot because you didn't even like them,
Yeah.
there is no point in them being
Yeah.
in the collection. Like,
Yeah.
you might want to put them on foot because you love them and you actually want them in your collection, but, just to have them for the sake of having them
Yeah.
does nothing for me.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
We lost Micah, so he's probably went off for a rest because he's sick. So I guess I'll go with my journey as a sneakerhead. I think I started, and I mentioned this before. It's a local brand because there's a local league in the Philippines when I was growing up in the Philippines called the PBA, which is Philippine Basketball Association. I think when you're a young kid at that point in time, which is late 80s, early 90s, you there's not a lot that you watch really. So PBA was one of them. And there's a local brand called KP, which is pretty much a knockoff of Jordan, which is a KP Futura. That's the name of the shoes. And that was the first one that I've ever had. So my mom bought me that, and that got me hooked into it. But obviously, you can't keep buying sneakers, especially in a third world country, especially at that time as well. So that's pretty much where it started, and then I got into in my late teens. I got into skate shoes, Airwalk, the DC shoes, and all of those things. Because I work at Macca's as a part-time job, so I have disposable income as a teenager, and that's what I buy. So, but I'm not a skater, so I just like the aesthetics of it. It's a nice way of saying that I'm a poser. But I like collecting skate shoes back then. And then I think mid 2010s is when I saw the Shadow, the Jordan 1 Shadow, and I got really into that. Like I said, it's always been in the peripheral. Jordan 1s, Jordan 2, Jordan 3, Jordan 4s. You're always aware of that. But you don't focus too much attention on it because you can't afford them. And then the Shadow was the one that I got really interested on. And then the lockdown happened. I got into Facebook groups, different forums. I learned about releases and drops and sneakers, and from there I just went crazy. Up to now. So
And then him.
now I'm trying to
And then-
control that. and then I met you guys, which made it really really worse after that. Because I was thinking like I'm not doing too bad in terms of the pickups, and then I met Oliver, I met G, and then I met JP. It's like actually, I'm not doing too bad. Like I can still pick up more. So
Yeah.
I started picking up more sneakers.
If you
So
haven't got
yeah, that was
15
my
a week, you can't compete.
yeah. Yeah, no, you can't. No, but yeah. But like I said, like you guys, I buy what I like. I buy what I wear. When I look at a release, I usually make sure that I figured out already how I'm gonna wear it. What kind of fit that goes with it. So yeah, and that to me is the exciting part of picking up a sneakers. Obviously, after inspecting the materials, the craft, the design, and all of those things, it's finding out a good fit that you can post on the gram. Really. So,
All for the gram.
Bitches love the gram.
no, but yeah, yeah. So that's my journey. I guess Micah's not gonna be coming back. So maybe let's just move on to the next segment of the podcast, which is upcoming releases, wherein we discuss as a collective whether they're good sneakers or if we're gonna buy them or it's a pass for us. We've had this discussion already at the beginning, so I'll just share my screen and let's go through them. First up was from Micah, who's not here right now. He said he liked this Tom Sachs general purpose shoe on the gray and orange colorway, which reminds him of the pigeon
Yeah,
dogs.
that's what I was gonna say. Like very pigeon dog.
Yeah,
They're
I think
nice.
it's just a great silhouette, right? Like what they're doing with it. I think it's a great shoe. The original was really nice. Like the OG colorway that they released, that kind of brownish with it was like kind of like
yeah.
like
There's
was it
tan,
sail or
a little
white?
bit
or
of
something?
tan,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I
That was
really
really
like it
nice.
how Tom Sachs has like publicly said like don't pay resale. He said there's going to be a lot more coming out, so it sounds like they're going to try to
Yeah.
make it pretty mainstream for the people who actually want to buy them. So looking forward to
Yeah.
seeing more colors come out.
Well,
Yeah, the more I see these
well, I
grey and
hope
orange,
they flood the market.
yeah,
Yeah. Go on. Steve.
they're a clean looking sneaker. Is it the I've seen a lot of is it the white and blue there?
Yeah, yeah,
The first I've seen a lot of that on Instagram, and
yeah.
they look comfortable. Like they look like you just
Yeah.
want to put them on
Yeah.
and wear them.
Yeah, but do you think this sneakers is only popular because
Because of
Tom
Mars
Sachs
Yard. Yeah.
is associated with it,
Yeah.
and obviously the Mars
But it's like
Yard.
that with a lot of
Yeah.
sneakers, isn't it?
I'm sure like
Yeah, true.
with
That's true.
Like if that was sitting on the shelf at Hype and no one knew what it was, I'm pretty sure we'd all pick it up in our own size.
yep, 100%.
Yeah.
But a lot of silhouettes are popular just because of the people behind it. Obviously, like Travis Scott's to one degree, but yeah, like if like Jordan Brand brought out Jordan 1 Low out with a reverse swoosh and nobody was attached to it, people would probably not buy it because they thought it was ugly because it's back to front sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think I had this conversation with someone the other day about Jordan 1. Like Jordan 1 Lows 2.5 years ago. Would anybody even pick them up off the
That's
shelf?
right.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no one would, right?
I did.
I did.
Like,
And I regret it. I regret every purchase.
but that's it, right? And now you can't get. So I walked into my local Foot Locker today, and it's a bit off topic, but they used to always have Jordan 1 Lows on the shelf, and now there was a pair of Jordan 6s, and we never had Jordan 6s. But there's no Jordan 1 Lows anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's full circle, isn't it? And it'll always be that way.
I walked into Nike on Saturday morning in the city at Sydney, and there was about, I would say, at least 10 different silhouettes of Jordan sitting on the shelf. Heritages and the Jordan 3, like the brown elephant ones. Yeah, like so many different ones. And it was so good, so refreshing to see that people could go in and if they've never bought Jordans, they could try it on and see if they actually like them rather than people having to buy them and go, oh,
Yeah.
they're not my size. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
either, or I can't return them because they're a raffle. I'm going to have to resell it. And it just like compounds everything. So it was so good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So is this a cop for you, Steven?
Yeah, if I can get my hands on those, I'll definitely put them on the gram. Try and get 10 likes. They're a nice.
What about
they look
you,
Yeah,
JP?
definitely. I definitely want to get some. I've been looking at some. The overshoe is Tom Sachs, the third.
Yeah.
I've been looking at the customs and I really want to get some. So, and these as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
G?
I'm gonna. I guess I'll pass for now until a better colorway comes out. Like I love how the orange pops on that one in particular. I'm a big fan of the first ones that came out. And I think there's a yellow one coming out as well. I think there's a lot of potential for the silhouette, a lot of potential for different color combinations. I guess I'll just wait. But again, as soon as we find out exactly how many pairs are coming out or how many different colorways are coming out, then I'll probably have to just choose between. If it's the three, I'll choose between the three, and I'll try get the yellow. I think I like the yellow ones a little bit more. There are yellow ones coming out. Yeah. So for now, maybe not.
You better leave your computer turned off.
Don't think about it.
Otherwise, you just turn up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not looking that side. Yeah.
What about you, Daniel?
No, it is a pass for me, but I don't hate them. I do like the look of them, but I don't think that I would be able to rock them, so it would be a pass for me.
Cool. I'm on the fence on this one, so I'd probably say a pass for me right now. I'm trying to hone in and focus on what I want to collect, so unfortunately, this is not going to be one of them. So it's a pass for me. Next up is my suggestion, which is the Salehi Bembury 990 V2. Looks good. Looks really good in terms of materials.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Steven.
I love the colorway. I love those hits of purple on that pink. The material looks amazing, as most Collab New Balances are. But I don't think I want to go after them, but I do like them.
Cool.
I do love a V2.
JB.
So yeah, I do like it. I'd have to see some more pictures because I don't know. I do like the color, but that coral, it could be a bit too much. I do have some of his. I've got the water be the guide, and yeah, I just don't know if I'd wear this one. So I'd have to wait until I see more pictures and see what happens with them.
Cool. G?
Yeah, no, same as JP. Like, I need to see more photos. It's so hard to see renders online. Hey, like you can't really gauge exactly what the shade or what the hue is of the color that they're officially calling it and all that sorts of stuff until you have it in hand. And that's the worst part, right? Like, you're so intrigued, so you go buy it and you're like, oh, I don't really like it. But I guess the model itself, the silhouette, I think the silhouette itself is what's going to make this shoe successful. I think everyone's a big fan of that silhouette itself. And man, New Balance is just like hitting all sorts of man, they're just killing it at the moment, right?
It's the home run
They're
derby
killing
of
it.
sneakers
They're
at the
just killing
moment.
it. Yeah.
They're killing it. Like, they're getting all of those designers in and they're just putting their mark on it, and it's ridiculous. So yeah, I'll give it.
But the thing is, are they killing it, or are they just releasing too many that we don't even see the misses that much?
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
You know what I mean?
It's
Well, I don't
selling
know,
out,
like,
isn't it?
There's a lot.
Yeah, but is that
They
because
are
they're
selling
kind of
out.
using the Yeezy philosophy where they slowly release pairs and low numbers, and so they
numbers.
sell out because it's kind of they're trying to make it like a boutique sort of thing. But Salehi Bembury is always going to be selling out no matter what he releases. So there's no question that it's going to be one of those ones that's going to be hard to get.
Well, but even when they released the 2002R last year, right? There was no big name behind it. It was just a new silhouette that they wanted to introduce. And the way that they released
And
it
it was
was they
selling
released
out.
it like 4 different colors, and they just sold out, and it was a GR release. Um,
Yeah.
so they're doing a whole heap of stuff. I remember when they released their 327, and the big inspiration with 327 was like, let's go back to the archives, find a heritage runner, now like modernize it, and that's what they did with the
Yep.
2002R, right? Like they just, I don't know, I think they've just got the right formula at the moment, and I think, you know, if you're a designer and New Balance asks you to collab with a silhouette and you say no, like there's something wrong with you,
Yeah.
especially in this era, right? Like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, more photos, definitely
What
more
about you?
photos.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Daniel?
Well, you know, how I feel about New Balance, man. I can't dip me toe in the water.
We'll get you there one day.
But look, to be fair and to be honest, I do admire the direction the company's gone in, and without the use of a better word, the hype that's around the company. They've gone from a shoe that you used to mow the lawns in on a Sunday afternoon to you see them on every second person's feet these days. And it's like you said, it's a wide range of collaborations, and every collaboration, from what I've seen, does look good. You know, it's just I just still can't get jiggy with New Balance.
Well, for me, given it's a Salehi, so I'd probably say this is a close cop to me. If I'm basing it off the materials of the Water Be the Guide, I know this is gonna be good. Plus peach and pink, I think I've always loved.
You can't beat a pink sneaker.
No way.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, it's most definitely gonna be a cop for me. So cool. Next one is the J Balvin's Air Jordan 2. Steven, what do you think?
I think
mate?
they're a great sneaker. I think they're not overdone, even though they're such an overdone sneaker. Like all that, like kind of like quilted material, isn't it? And then the clouds and the light up tongue, and it all works. I think we had a discussion before the show. The ones, like I like a bright sneaker, but there was a bit too much on them, like with all the jagged edges but these they look clean. It's like you look at them from afar and want to get a closer look at them. I think they're they're nice. I won't cop, but I like them.
Yeah, definitely. So this was
JB.
like the Jordan 2 this year. It was a must. It's a must cop for me. I loved the J1. I don't have it in the collection. I don't think it dropped in Australia. This is just like, for me, like an awesome shoe. I love the gimmicks of the flashing tongue. So apparently the tongue lights up and it does fade in and out. So there's a couple of different options. Apparently the stitching along like the side of the shoe and stuff is like a rainbow color stitching. So it's like super cool. So still don't know how they charge the tongue yet. Private Selection online has been talking about it. They don't know how it charges. So they're thinking maybe it might be like a clip-on magnetic charging tongue, like a inductive thing.
Wouldn't it just be the same as like the PG PlayStations?
Yeah,
Just lasts
maybe,
for so
and then
long.
it just dies, and you don't have it anymore. Yeah,
And then you don't
could
have it
be.
anymore.
But yeah,
And that becomes the selling
That's
point,
right.
right? Working.
but I
Working
want
line.
the whole outfit that
Yeah.
he released in the same colors and stuff. So I'm definitely gonna have to grab it if I can, and I know it's gonna be super difficult. So might have to go resell on this one. That's a friends and
Is that a
family, the
mint
mint one.
green one? Oh, okay.
That's one G will probably
He'll
do.
just get in the mail. It'll just turn up.
Now that he's seen the screen.
Yeah, well, this is why we have this upcoming release so that G can look at it and then the companies can just send it to him.
Yeah.
Well, G, speaking of you, like, what do you think
Yeah.
of this one?
Sorry,
J
yeah, I
Balvin's
don't know
doing.
what happened with my net. I like it. I like the blue ones. I do like the blue ones. I think the LED or whatever it is a bit of a gimmick for me. But I do like the colorway. I do like the colorway itself. It, I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a pass. Right? I don't know. I really like the chateaus. Like it's just that's my favorite at the moment.
That's hard to beat right now, I think, the Shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Daniel?
Coming from a DJ background and an absolute twos tragic, these are a dead set must cop for me. Yeah, everything about them screams get the hell. So, so they will either be retail or I will pay the high. I don't care, but they are coming home to this fault.
As soon as they pop up on resale, like
You'll see my name on every site looking for them.
For me, I think still on the fence. I find that it looks too close to the Union Grey Fogs. In terms of the blue of it, really, because even the some of the details, I feel like it reminds me too much of the Union Grey Fogs. So I'd probably, I don't know yet. I can't say right now, but probably at this point in time, it's not a cop for me. It's a skip for me.
Wait until the 15-minute timers on Nike and you just...
If you end up getting them, mate, and want to RA someone, just remember this.
I will RA you. If I'm not copying them, you definitely get my entry. Cool. Next one. Speaking of pink from earlier, you have the LeBron 20s. Steven.
I just love a pair of LeBrons, so think? I've got to get them. I'm
resident bronze sexual.
I'm really excited about the silhouette. I love a pink sneaker, but I'm excited about what else can be done with this. Like just that oversized swoosh, and yeah, I'm just excited for them. So don't they just look beautiful?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I agree.
No, it's a no for me. I just feel for me like it's got too many stylistic cues from other shoes that I really love. So I would say like to me they look like Kobe's Ambush.
The Ambush.
I do like the color.
Yeah.
But again, like if it comes out in different colors and it looks a bit different, maybe. But to me, like it looks like a bit of a like too much of a GR like release that they've just like Nike's thrown like a lot of like things that they know work with other shoes, and for me, like I might feel different when I see them in hand, but for me, it's a bit of a no at the moment.
Yeah.
Daniel?
Not a hope in hell, mate. No way. No. You will not see anything LeBron in this room.
Still in denial.
I've got a framed picture of Michael Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron, and I still did not want to put it up because LeBron's on it. So, but look, I do own one pair of LeBrons. I do own a pair of LeBrons, and they were the Tweety and Sylvester Space Jams that come out, only because Tweety and Sylvester were my two favorite cartoon characters growing up. So I do own a pair, but they're hidden.
Do you know them?
I will not wear them, but I do like the pink on them. I do like pink on a shoe. You know, it's something that you don't see very often. Is that bright pink? And
they kind of remind me of like pearls, or I don't know. There's a color there. Another shoe that's similar.
What was that 2014 Jordan 14 women's release? It was all pink.
Yeah, it was
basically the same color pink.
But it was a suede, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It is very similar to that now that you say it.
Yeah, very similar color pink.
Cool. G?
Oh, this would probably be the first LeBron lows I've liked, apart from the LeBron or Palmers, like the yeah, those ones. Like those are the two that I like. I'd definitely go for these ones. I just like the silhouette itself. I think it's as Steven's saying, it's like promising what they'll do with it. But I can see where JP's coming from as well. How because I mean the first time I saw these, I thought he was wearing Kobe's. I actually thought he was wearing like a Kobe pair. But I do like him. I think if man, like I'm a big fan of pink sneakers too. Like that, these would probably be the first LeBrons outside like from which pair did I have? I had his fives that I threw away that I threw in the bin when he decided to go to Miami. So I was a fan of him, and then he decided to go to Miami. Throw it in the bin. It was like I grabbed his jersey and everything, threw it in the bin. I was like, man, come on, where's your
Oh
loyalty?
no.
So this this would be this would be the first LeBrons I'd probably like go for, like a try and cop. I blinked 3 times. I'll probably get 3 now. So yeah, hopefully we can get a pair.
Cool. Cool. I think they're all right. I mean, I'd probably play in them. I don't know if I like him that much, but I think this is the first LeBron sneakers that I looked at that I said, I can play in those because the other ones they're always chunky and massive that I feel like I can't even run in them. But with this one, I think it's slicker. But I do get it when everyone says they look like Kobe's. I love the colorway as well. So, I mean, if I'm copying this, it's to play with. I'll probably play on this. Yeah. Cool. Next one is the Yellow Toes Air Jordan 1. Steven.
I like the colorway. Obviously, most people know my Jordan 1 love, so I probably will pass. But no, they're a nice looking. That yellow and black just works, and then broken up. And if you, depending on the hue on your phone or your screen, if it was just a little bit more orange, you'd be getting some shattered backboard vibes, wouldn't you?
Yeah, people are.
Yeah.
Well, the big talking point
Yeah,
is the fact that
correct.
they're comparing it to that, right? Material wise. So
Yeah,
why
that's
the
what
hype
everyone is
real,
saying.
man.
But they do look like, even from photos, they look soft.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're a nice looking sneaker. Yeah, just I'm a no on ones, but yeah, I appreciate them.
Hopefully it's an. I don't think it's gonna be an easy cop. Even if I say hopefully it's an easy cop.
Definitely yes.
JP, what do you think?
They've been teasing
6 pairs.
this colorway for ages, Jordan Brand. So, yeah. So the only yellow that they've
Yeah.
released that I'm aware of is the ochre, and obviously that was a one-off sort of thing. So, yeah, there hasn't been many yellows that are released on a Jordan 1 High OG cut like this. So, yeah, definitely a cop for me.
Yeah.
Daniel.
So we'll start with the actual box itself, and if you remember the Pollens, they were the black box with the yellow Nike on it. They've done the reverse with this. They've got the yellow
Yeah, with this
box
one.
with the black on it, and I like that play on that. It is a definite cop for me, even though I probably don't need them, as I've got the not for resale in the yellows, and they're pretty close. Obviously, they've got yellow toes, they got white, but they're pretty close.
Yeah.
But to have them sitting next to the Pollens would be a good little contribution to the vault. So yeah, they are a cop.
Cool. G.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of these ones. Like this color blocking with any color on a Jordan 1, yeah, shut up and take my money. Like it's just the way they do it is just amazing. I've got the yellows in the best in hand pack, and I'd love to have these next to that. But yeah, big fan of the color. Like the Pollens are great. Like I think the Pollens are great, but when you got the black and the yellow,
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
it's just too much of the black and the yellow with the Pollens. I think when you add the
The
white, on
white
there,
just breaks it
man.
up. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a winner for me. So trying to cop a pair for myself and I think a pair for Donald
Yep.
as well. So
Just blink twice when you're looking at the screen. So
Just
you
get-
can get one as well.
They'll just send him 2 pair. He'll win one. They'll send him 2.
Then
Oh,
he'll
we
ask
know
one of
you
his
need 'em.
friends to get them, and his friends will cop them as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the beauty of not
What
having
size
like
are you again,
sneakerhead
Jim?
friends, man. I'm 9.5, 10. So yeah,
Cool.
I'm in that realm.
Ah.
Cool. Well, it's a cup for me as well. I'm in the same boat as G. I think this color blocking in any color really is yeah, shut up and take my money. So this one is a cup for me. Next off is the Pata Air Max 1 in white and gray. What does everyone think about this one? Steven.
I like this a lot. I love the color blocking. I love that it makes that wave more subtle. Yeah, I'd probably attempt for an L on these. I like it more than the other 2 colors.
Then the
Gray
Monarch
and white's
the-
always a nice colorway to wear.
Yeah. They do look nice. JP.
Yeah, just depending on how hard they'll cop. I wouldn't pay resale for them. I've got the orange pair, so I'm pretty happy with those. Yeah, if they're, I tried on the Pata website for every single drop, and it was just impossible for a size 13. Like, you went in and like you were in the queue for like 10 minutes or longer, and then all of a sudden like you'd get to the end and sold out. So I got Micah the size 12 on the pink, the purpley, whatever you call it, color you call it. But yeah, so I was able to get that.
Rush
and
maroon.
yeah, retail assisted him, so it was great to see that he's wearing them.
Nice.
Cool. Daniel.
This one might actually blow your mind because it's not a Jordan, but these are a cop for me. I am a bit of a Pata tragic.
Nice.
I've got the sevens. Love the brand behind it. And yeah, missed out on the last ones that came out, but these are I will end up with an L for these ones as well, but these are a must try.
Cool. G.
You know what? Like with these, I think I'm more in love with the box than the actual shoe. Because the box itself and the packaging is completely different to the other ones, right? And I love that the hang tag says each one teach one. Like I think that's amazing, and it resonates with me so much. But I don't know. I think I'm more in love with the hang tag and the box than I am with the shoe, right? But it's not my fault the shoe comes with the box. So I'm gonna try for the box, and we'll see if we can get the shoe with it.
You can give me the shoes if you want.
Yeah.
You can keep the box.
No, 100% cop for me as well. I just think the Pata like collection with the Air Max ones is just a great, great design.
Cool. I'm a little torn on this one because I'm thinking of planning to cop the 990 V2 sea salts, and they just look really, really similar. So I don't know yet.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I have 3 of the Pata Air Maxes as well. So yeah, do I keep going or do
Why
I
not?
just
Why
get the
not?
990 V2 sea salt?
You need
It would be
to
rude
complete
not
that
to,
collection, mate.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I missed out on the
Yeah.
black. The black
I
one
feel
is
it
expensive.
was
now
a
as
Pata
well,
exclusive, huh?
So maybe. Yeah. I don't want to pay as much as I want.
The size
I'm not gonna
13s
pay
are over
resale
1,000.
them, so I don't know yet. Yeah, that's crazy. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. So for me, I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet. For the next one, the Air Max Penny 1 All Star. Let's start with Steven.
I'll probably try on these. I need a pair, and I really like that all black, and then the side switch with the that electric voltage lines kind of thing through it. Just it hits harder on these. Um, and yeah, another pair of 90s Nikes basketball collection. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, all black and just I like it. I like it. I'd probably wear it more. I did like the home pair, but these are yeah, and I can think of G every time I slide my foot into it like a chocolate mud cake. No, yeah, I think they're
Or
cleaning
maybe
the
we'll
blue
get
lines.
G's luck once we start wearing Air Max Penny ones.
Maybe that's it. Everyone just needs a penny one
Yeah,
in their
maybe
life.
that's the secret. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
No, yeah,
JP.
keen to give them a go.
For me, it's a negative for
Cool,
me.
cool. JP?
I really want to get some foam posits, so they have to get into my collection first before I go for something like this. But I appreciate them. I appreciate the heritage behind them, but I just don't think I'd ever wear them.
Daniel?
Speaking of foam
Oh,
posits, I got a delivery today off the UNC
damn.
foam posits, and they are nice. But well, it's really good to see pennies. It does take me back to the early mid '90s with me basketball and all that sort of stuff. So it is good to see them, but I just can't cop them.
Cool. And G? Do I even have to ask?
Oh,
He doesn't
want
yeah. I don't, yeah. But his shoes, yuck.
He's been
Good
blinking
shoes.
hard ever since he saw this picture.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolute cop. Like, this is the first time they're releasing the All Star pair. And I was a big fan of Penny during his heyday until he got injured, obviously. But yeah, big fan of the guy. I love his shoes just because of the nostalgia behind it, obviously. And I've got like a very sentimental connection to the shoe itself. Would love a pair. Would love to play in them as well. I wouldn't mind doubling up, but yeah, I tried to double up with each one of them, but I just couldn't. So, would love these. Definitely have these in the collection.
Cool. And for our last upcoming release, the Huff Nike SB Dunk Lows. Steven, what do you think?
Yeah, they're all right. I again not the biggest dunk fan, but I like them when they've been peeled back. Look cool. But I'd have to see them close up, which we're never going to get to see. But they've got some nice details to them. You just never know with a dunk how good the material is going to be.
Yeah.
But peeled back, they look really nice. But
They look solid though, material wise. It looks like pebbled leather and tumble.
and the good thing with the dunk is they're not over expensive retail. So if you can cop for retail and you don't like it, you've always got that good resale market on a dunk, even
You
though
can
you'd
give it
rather
to
retail
JP.
assist them.
Yeah.
You retail assist where you can, but I'm not saying sell them at a high price. You will always get rid of them if you don't
Yeah.
like it, whether that be retail or whatever you wish to do with them. Retail's always the best, but I really like them once they've been peeled back. So I might give it a go for another L.
Or an
Yes,
RA.
please. Thank you.
Either one of those.
Yeah. JP.
So
speaking of RAs,
definitely
JP.
cop. So the tragic death of Huff. I don't know how long ago, but just really want to get a pair.
Yeah.
Couldn't ever get the Dunk Highs. They were just like one of those ones that just was always out of reach. Super expensive now. If you can even find them. But yeah, the tie dye underneath of the side panels. I haven't seen anybody cut the toe box out yet, so I'm not sure if it's under there as well. But the only thing I don't like is on the toe box. It actually says is like the Huff on, I think, written on it, which puts me off a little bit. But if
the top.
I don't usually cut shoes, but if I could, I'd get the I think I don't know which. I think it's the black and white ones that peel back to the red tie dye underneath. So yeah, for me, Probably yes, but I'll have to see when they come out.
Cool. Daniel.
That's what I was just looking at. The
Are they
tongue's
an
not.
SB?
It's not a padded tongue though. Is it?
Yeah,
That's
it's not
no.
padded tongue, but they're definitely SB.
And SB, yeah.
Well, this is the first time I'm actually seeing them, and they are nice. They are very nice.
I like
But,
this blue and white one.
One of them's a friends and
Yeah,
family,
I'm
so
more
I'm
leaning
not
towards
sure.
the
It could be
black.
the blue one, but I think the black's the GR, and I think there's another third color. I can't remember what the third one is. Yeah, there is a third one, so
Yeah,
maybe
I
the third one's
remember seeing a
the
third
friends
one.
and family. So, yeah.
The friends and family. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I've got way too many dunks that I will never wear, as it is. Like I've got the 3 Grateful Deads that are just sitting there gathering dust at the moment. So, well, it will be a pass on me only for those merits that I don't need them. It would be cool to have it, but I'd
When
rather
has
somebody
that
else have it in
stopped
their
you?
collection.
We don't need
Yeah.
all of these.
Yeah, no, well, I honestly I don't need any more dunks in my collection. I've got far too many, but they are, like I said, they are a really nice shoe. It's the first time I've actually seen them, and from
Yeah.
the images that I've just seen, they do look really good. So I think if you are gonna go for it, you're not gonna be disappointed.
Cool. G?
Oh, I'm going to let these ones go. I love the concept. The materials used on them look really, really good. I guess you won't know, until you get them in hand. But yeah, no, I think I'll leave it for the people that do want them. I don't just want to cop for the sake of copying. But yeah, no cop for me.
Cool. For me, I like this navy and white one, but I don't think I like it enough to chase them. I might give it a try, but yeah, we'll see how we go. I guess even if I don't even think they're gonna be.
I
releasing
would
it.
say
Are they
probably
gonna
not.
be releasing in
But we'll have to
Australia?
wait and see. Which means definitely, yeah.
Which means less chances for us to try. So maybe, we don't.
You might
don't
get the occasional skateboard boutique that'll do it, but that's probably about it.
Yeah. Cool. And I guess that's it for our upcoming sneaker releases. And I guess that's it for the episode as well. Hopefully we can keep doing this, and then maybe down the line we can bring in guests, and maybe we can bring in big guests if we can. Maybe do some sort of interview. And we're gonna try and keep producing this podcast regularly. It won't be every single one of us all the time. But yeah, and if you've gotten this far, thank you. You can follow us on Instagram. We'll post it on our YouTube channel, and I guess we as a group will start promoting Soul Kitchen so that you can follow what we produce collectively. Cool.
Catch you later.
And
Good
thanks,
night.
guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, team.
Enjoy.
See you,
Cheers.
boys.